Let's talk about your opt-in freebies, specifically how to promote them in blog posts. Opt-in freebies, sometimes also known as content upgrades or lead magnets, are free pieces of content that you give your audience in exchange for their email address. Growing your email list is so important. It is not optional if you want to really create an algorithm-proof business for yourself. And in my opinion, you should be promoting an opt-in freebie in every blog post that you publish. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you 5 different ways that you can promote your opt-in freebies, specifically more on the technical side of things, how you can actually embed and link, etc., these opt-in freebies into your blog content. But first, I want to direct your attention to the video description or the QR code on your screen, where I've shared a link to my free travel blogger resource library. Inside, you'll snag access to 75 plus resources, from cheat sheets to workbooks to workshops to video tutorials that can help you truly turn your blog into a profitable business. And that includes an email marketing workbook that can help you actually create your opt-in freebie and set up your automated welcome nurture sequence so you can really start not only growing your email list, but nurturing it too. Feel free to even pause this video to go grab those resources. You back? Then let's dive in. The first method you could use to promote your opt-in freebies and content upgrades in your blog posts is to simply add a link or a button. So here's an example. This is my Jordan solo travel guide. As a solo female travel blogger, I have travel guides to all different destinations. So what I'm about to show you, I could really do in all of these, but let's go down to where it talks about safety. So I have a free Savvy Solo Traveler email course. That's one of my opt-in freebies. You could do something like, I share more about solo travel safety or safety, about, let's say, staying safe in my free, let's do this, free Savvy Solo Traveler email course. And then, so I really could just kind of bold that and link it, or I could have it stand out a little bit more, like click here to grab your seat in my free solo travel course. And I could link this here, right? You just click the link button and add the link. I could even go a step further and change the background color. Let's say, I'm just going to go like that. This doesn't look great, but just for the example, you can even play around with that, honestly. Maybe I want it a little lighter. You could play around. You could center it to make it stand out. And then you could simply add your link right there. So that is one of the simplest ways that you could shout out your opt-in freebie. The second way you can promote your opt-in freebies and content upgrades in your blog posts is to upload a graphic that you create in Canva and link it. So here we are. This post is about how to make money selling travel itineraries. And here is my opt-in freebie. I have the nice heading there that people can easily find, Travel Blogger Resource Library. And here I included my itinerary client intake form template. Nice, relevant freebie. So I created this in Canva. Canva has loads of templates. You can choose to have the free version of Canva or the paid version. So there's lots of options there. But what you could do is simply grab your form link. Let me show you. So for example, I'm using MailerLite Classic right now. With your forms, you create your form, and then there'll be different ways that you can share it, including your shared URL. So I would copy this URL for the form and link it to that graphic. Let me show you that. So if we come back over here, you would just upload this just as you would an image. So it would just be the image option right there. I've already uploaded my graphic here, and I added a caption. Click here for instant access to the free Travel Blogger Resource Library. It links to that form link. So if I hadn't linked it, I would just go like that. So I unlinked it there just so I could show you. Click that, boom, boom. And because it's technically on a different website, I'll do open a new tab. Okay, you could also link the actual image because see, it says get instant access, almost like a button there. So you just click this and see how I linked it there. And you could do that to say open a new tab, boom, and save it. So that's the second way you can do this. The third option for sharing your opt-in freebies and content upgrades in your blog posts is to come into that form area in your email marketing client. Again, I'm using MailerLite Classic here. So we use the share URL already. Now you have some other options for embedding the form into your website. You could do this JavaScript snippet where you're going to put this code into your closing or right before the closing head tag. The easiest way to do this is with a free plugin, honestly. I think it's called Headers and Footers. I can put the link to the plugin I use in the video description. But you could also just grab the HTML code here. So I'm just going to copy and paste this. And then let's go over into a blog post so you can see what this looks like. So here we're in a test blog post. All you would do is click this plus button, find the HTML option, and paste it. And then let's hit Save Draft so we can see what it looks like. And here you can see our form. Now, people will be able to put their name and email right there in the form. This so you can see better, and click yes, I want instant access. They can do this right in the blog post. They're not being taken to another tab or anything like that, which is really, really helpful for just increasing conversions and helping people do what they need to do right here. Now for our fourth method for embedding our content upgrades and opt-in freebies into our WordPress site, I want to show you something else you can do with that HTML code from your email marketing client. Now, this is a page, not a blog post. I'm using the Beaver Builder page builder right now to do this, but basically, you can see this is actually my opt-in freebie landing page where I am telling people, hey, grab my opt-in freebie. So I have this button, click that, and there are different ways you can make it clickable. It could just be a link like we've seen so far, or like, for example, if you just have a link, if you just add a link here like that, that's a link, right? But there's also this Lightbox click action. And you can see, you can put the content type, you could do HTML or video. You can paste that HTML code here. I already did it, so we'll hit save. Now, what that does is you can click the button and it has this nice little pop-up. Again, instead of sending somewhere else to a different tab or a different page, whatever, it's just going to take place right here. That action is just going to take place right where they are to help increase conversions. So I really like doing that. Also, editing Jessie here, I just wanted to make it clear, you could also do this in a blog post using coding or a plugin. Here is a blog post from WP Forms with some 15 great WordPress Lightbox plugins compared. I haven't tried these myself, but I'll put this link in the video description in case you want to check this out for yourself. And finally, the fifth way that you can embed your opt-in freebie and content upgrade callouts into your blog posts is to use a plugin. I personally use the Grow by Mediavine plugin, specifically the Spotlight Subscribe feature. Something that I've noticed many bloggers don't know is you can actually create different forms and show them to different people based on the categories of the blog content, of the blog posts that they're reading. So I'm in my Grow plugin, I'm in the Subscribe tab, and I have two here. So this one is promoting a free travel planning kit that's going to show to my travelers, but I also created a special form for my travel bloggers. And you can see, that's this one right here. If I go to manage form, it's a specific opt-in that I'm calling, that I'm promoting specifically for travel bloggers. Like if someone was reading my solo travel in Jordan post, they're not going to care about my blogging resources, right? I want to make sure that the right people are seeing the right content. And I targeted these categories, my podcast or travel blogging. So I have a specific travel blogging category, and my podcast is blogging related as well. So if anybody is reading a blog post that has one of those categories, they're going to be shown this form. Let me show you what that looks like. So here we are in my blog post about how to make money selling travel itineraries. This is a post specifically targeting travel bloggers who want to create this revenue stream for themselves. So as someone is scrolling down, they're going to get that specific pop-up that I just showed you where it is for travel bloggers, promoting my travel blogger resource library. So again, I really love this plugin because it allows me to create these forms that target people based on what they are reading. So if you have a few different freebies that target different interests, you can make sure that the right people see them. And this is all automated, right? You set up these forms and then they're going to automatically show. You don't have to go into every post you've ever written and then put the forms in there manually. All right, now I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you feel inspired and empowered to start promoting your opt-in freebies, your content upgrades in your content. Honestly, make sure every single blog post that you publish should be sharing an opt-in freebie. You always want to be working to grow your email list. I know this video was a little bit different than usual. It was more of a tech tutorial. So let me know in the comments if you want more of these. This is just a question that I get asked about a lot. So I wanted to create a video about it. Also, make sure to grab access to my free travel blogger resource library linked in the video description or via the QR code on your screen. There are a ton of resources in there on growing your community and increasing your blogging profits, including an email marketing workbook that's going to help you create and launch your email opt-in freebie, as well as set up your automated welcome sequence so that you can nurture your new subscribers right away. And of course, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss future videos sharing these strategies for bloggers who want to turn their blogs into profitable full-time businesses. Happy blogging!